Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says Trinidad and Tobago has done more than most countries when it comes to the Venezuelan crisis. Dr. Rowley called out the United States for giving this country an F grade for its handling of the migration of Venezuelans. The U.S. Department of State's 2019 Trafficking in Persons report criticized what it said was a lack of screening of migrants for potential trafficking. Dr. Rowley said the U.S. has not handled their own migration crisis.
They have the same problem that we have. Thousands of migrants rushing your border, wanting to come into your country because they see a greener grass on your side than on their side. That is the #1 political issue in America. Hundreds of thousands of people, and their own people are telling you that those people, some of them, are treated like dogs and cattle. Children are dying on the border, some of them in cages.
He said the U.S. has the necessary resources to accommodate the migrants.
We registered 15,000 people. A little Caribbean nation like Trinidad and Tobago. We have 15,000 Venezuelans authorized now to be within our borders, and we treat them like human beings within Trinidad and Tobago. We get an F. Well, God alone knows what we have to do to get an A. Maybe we have to put a placard in the middle of Caracas saying, "Come to Trinidad, land of milk and honey."
And the Ministry of National Security says Trinidad and Tobago maintains its Tier 2 ranking as listed in the United States Department of State Trafficking in Persons Report 2019. This, it says, as the government continues to work assiduously to counter human trafficking. The Ministry of National Security says it's aware of the recommendations made in the report specific to Trinidad and Tobago, such as expanding victim screening and victim services, increasing training on trafficking for non-governmental organizations and shelter staff, and further increasing efforts to investigate, prosecute and convict traffickers. The ministry says its counter-trafficking unit, CTU, continues to work steadfastly and in collaboration with partnering agencies, NGOs and civil society to increase public awareness and to reduce incidents of trafficking in persons in Trinidad and Tobago. Members of the public who have information on suspected human trafficking activity can contact the counter-trafficking unit's toll-free hotline at 800-4288. That's 800-4CTU. The Ministry of Health says its policy for treating with non-nationals with respect to the provision of public health care services deals with the health care services which will be afforded to all non-nationals. Such services include emergency medical services and all population and public health services, including immunization and treatment of communicable diseases such as HIV/AIDS and sexually transmitted diseases and other high-risk infectious diseases. The ministry reminds that based on long-established policy, persons who have been to Central or South America are excluded from donating blood for a period of 6 months due to the circulation of certain endemic diseases within these territories.